Bass Gang. I'm so excited. Hi guys, I'm Johnny. I am here with more reaction analysis videos. Today we are looking at If I Had a Heart by the Bass Gang, featuring somebody whose name I don't know how to pronounce. I'm going to call her Kat. I think it's like Ekaterina, but I will probably go through that name very quickly when I say it because I don't want to be an offense by mispronouncing names. Anyway, I'm so excited to see what the Bass Gang has to offer us in this video. They've been putting out content very consistently lately, which I think is so cool, and I also see that they're growing pretty steadily, which is well deserved. So I'm excited to see their latest offering of a music video. Let's hit it. Alright, here we go. I did check the description. This is a Peter Barber arrangement and a Marwan Ayman music video, so I'm excited to hear what both of them have brought to this project. Wow. Wow. been a long time since a bass gang song filled me with so much energy and excitement. And from the first note, okay, let this speak for itself. I didn't plan to watch the whole thing in one go. And it's been a very long time since a bass gang song hooked me quite that much. Miss Ekaterina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Your voice is freaking incredible. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that. It was like bagpipes. It reminded me of the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack, just kind of like that stereotypical Viking sound. Um, and I don't know if I'm missing something with like the face markings. It says from a TV show, and it does seem like very like stereotypical Viking. But I think I saw a TBX on Peter's face, which my brain associates with bass gang somehow. I don't know how, but oh my gosh! And the video editing for Marwan, there came a point like towards the end when we got to like somewhere around here. There were like so many faces here, and yeah, here I was like, where did this come from? Like this is next level, and there were like shadows of Ekaterina as she was doing her like her little hand motions here. Like what the heck? Peter, you're killing me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go through this and do some analyzing. We are in E minor. Ooh. So that E2 is what we start on. Okay, the dragon. Oh my gosh. That's all you need just to have that shock factor for the beginning of the song. That ooh, that E2 drone, and just the and the switching between people that we're seeing, and even the silhouette. Oh, the video is so masterfully done. And then a sudden like ooh, E1 sub from everybody just droning. Oh my gosh. There is so much to say. Like she doesn't sing. She doesn't sing out quite like we see her singing later in the piece, and it's very held back. Okay, like it leaves a lot of room for us to grow in terms of like hearing her voice. It's just a very soft introduction to what she can do, and in addition to that, we have Bobby and Peter humming along with her in the background down an octave, and it's very mellow. I mean, the intensity is there, but it's not driving quite like it will later yet.
This will never end 'cause I want more. More, give me more, give me more.
All right, I didn't notice that the first time. There's whispering. I think it's probably Peter himself doing it. There's whispering, saying. There's a whispering voice saying the words that Peter is singing, like in the back of the mix. And hot take: the close up shots that he does there are kind of like uncanny. I'm like, what am I looking at? But when I was watching this the first time, and I was just like wide-eyed, like staring at it, it felt like he was like making eye contact with me, like, yeah, this is it. Like, get ready. Also, Peter's arrangement. It's a very simple song, but I think he expands on it in very interesting ways. And I mean, we can talk about that as the piece goes on. But like I was saying already, with like starting very closed off in Ekaterina's voice, but I also have another hot take. Back when we did May the Bass Be With You Volume 2 with the featured artists, I didn't like Peters as much because I don't think it featured Colin McGuinness in quite the same capacity that the other arrangers featured their featured artists. But I think with this arrangement, We get barely any bass gang except background. Like they sing the first verse, but then it's all Ekaterina through the rest of it. And I think that is a more appropriate way to feature an artist, is to have them actually like be the main focus of the piece, which I think went really well in May the Bass Be With You Volume 2, except Yellow Flicker Beat. And now I really like Yellow Flicker Beat, and I think Peter is an awesome arranger. But that is something that I just noticed that I think I liked better about this one, just at least on my first listen. But we're talking years ago at this point, so let's focus on the now.
This will never end, 'cause I want more. More, give me more, give me more.
And there's such cool reverb on that whispering. It sounds like a faint echo, and it's so cool.
This will never end, 'cause I want more. More, give me more, give me more.
Bobby, I mean, like, ooh, that E2 isn't super low for Bobby's voice, but like, I appreciate that he doesn't go lower than that, because I think it's he really sells it with his voice, and he's very confident in that range. Like that's probably singing he can do at any time of any day, regardless of how long he's been up, or like that's just very comfortable Bobby range, and I like how confident he sings in the song. Yep, what is that? Marwan, what is that? That's like overtone singing, like where you're singing like two octaves at once, or if you get like super into it, you can sing in an octave and then a fifth to sing three notes at once. But oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then this like section, like in between the verses that the guys are singing, having her flex a little bit more of that kind of like ethereal side of her voice, that more like bagpipe part of her voice that I was talking about, is kind of subtly, like in a way that it doesn't like take over, introducing her voice and like in like the area that she's really shining in later on in the piece. And it's still at the point of the piece where we're starting to build momentum in that forward motion. But I think having her here is a great way to showcase what she can really do without it being distracting until we want her to fully take over the piece. And oh my gosh, it is such a good arrangement.
If I had a heart, I would love you. If I had a voice, I would sing.
So for the first verse, with just Peter and then just Bobby, it was just them. But this time, we start to add a little bit of harmony on top of Tommy's lines, and Ekaterina does start to sing over him a little bit. And I don't mean like over him in that it's like taking away from Tommy's performance, but she starts to add layers on top of him. And I saw Bobby over here adding like an octave on top of Tommy, but it's mixed so that Tommy is still the prominent voice that we're hearing. There's just a lot to listen to behind Tommy in the mix.
After the night when I wake up, I'll see what tomorrow brings.
And like there, I think it showed all four of the guys singing that line, but it's Marwan front and center in the mix. And then behind Marwan you have Ekaterina singing it in like a super high octave with that kind of like a grit in her voice, and it's not the same as like the Jonathan Young or Carl McGinnis grit. It's that kind of like bagpipe sound that I was talking about before. I don't really know how to describe it because I've heard it before in singers, but never like this prominently.
I'll see what tomorrow brings.
That was another moment that made me freak out. You have the I that bend that they do. It's like it's so out of left field, but it fits so well with the arrangement. Like it's like a full step bend up to that pitch. Oh my gosh. And you know what's so impressive about that? The fact that we have multiple people doing it, and they were able to line it up so well that it fits so nicely together with multiple people doing it. And this is perfect. Again, it's a very simple melody that and then we repeat that, but we're making it more interesting by adding Ekaterina doing her kind of descant solos above it. So we're playing games a little bit here. We're at the biggest point we were at in the piece at the end of that chorus, and then we just suddenly drop to that E1 sub that everybody was doing. And then we slowly add layers and kind of build it from there. And as we do that, we add like people on the screen, like visually. That was an interesting chord choice there. We're on like a B there, and then we switch to a C natural, I think. There's like a half step switch in there in the chord that kind of makes it a little bit crunchier and more suspenseful. I love it. That is the catchiest, most interesting 15 seconds of the piece right here. She's singing much lower than we had heard her singing previously. She was like, ah! like a male singer could sing that if he wanted to. I don't know what word she's singing, but her range is so impressive. Will I ever reach the floor? And then she, like, when we go up to that more, she's, like, belting that up. More, give me more, give me more. That's crazy. I want to listen to this again just because it's so cool. And, like, the way she explores, like, every part of her voice in just these 15 seconds. Dangling feet from window frame. Will I ever reach the floor? Where does one learn to control their voice that well where they can sing in like such a low register for their voice and such a high register for their voice and have full command over it and sound so confident in each part? Crushed and filled with all I found underneath and inside just to come around. And then we add Peter in there to give it a little bit more texture through the second half of that verse, just to, again, like forward momentum. And I do like the kind of the octave switch that he does there, again, just to make it feel more interesting. So we had him singing, and then once we get to the very end, he switches, crumble round, and in that upper octave. To come around, more, give me more, give me more. And it's like symmetrical, like we haven't, I'm sorry, I just hit the mic, but we leave a little hole in here just for her, like, background descant solo to have a face attached to it in the music video. this time we do the same thing again with a it sounds like the bend is a little bit less here. I don't know if I don't know if it's even there, but if it is, it's a little bit less this time, but that's okay. Because I wanted to comment on when we land on that E, we have, I think it looks like Bobby. The video would imply that it's Bobby dropping it to an E1. Yeah. Ooh, there's the sub. It's kind of there. I like how many shots we have of each of them. I think it's like 5 shots of each of them in the background here as we kind of wind down. It also looks like we might be reusing some shots, but that's okay. Make life easier for Marwan. He already put enough effort into this video as is. This is insane. This is ridiculous. I'm at a loss for words. I really am. The bass gang strikes again. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the first one that's left me speechless since Friend Like Me at the end of Volume 3. But I don't know. The bass gang has been on a roll lately. Like I said, they've been putting out content pretty consistently. And it's all at pretty high quality. But I don't know. This might be the new favorite, just because of recency bias. But yeah, I don't know. This is hats off to Peter for the arrangement. Hats off to Marlon with the video. I think the video and the arrangement work really well together for this song, and I think both are like super epic and ethereal. And I don't know, there's not really words to describe just how much epicness is in this one music video, this one arrangement. It's top tier. And I'm going to keep rambling if I don't end it here, so I'm going to end it. But let me just say, Bass Gang is awesome. Please go check them out. Please go subscribe to them. And I will see you all later. I'll see you very soon. Peace.